सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
Cook, no, you can never justify this, so you better don't try. He took one baby from my hand. Right now, my sons need to be fed. Rest we will take later, he said, and stood up from the bed and sat on the sofa. Me too, feed the baby in my hands. I obeyed silently. Did you give them? I asked, sitting in the position while my backs were on him. Suddenly, I was feeling shy. Yeah, I do. I heard him. Have you decided what you will name them? He asked after a few minutes. While I was feeding the second born a flower, the first one was already done and was playing with his daddy. Taekook, for the elder one, if you like to, I said. Well, don't want to offend him. I was done by now and turned to him. Our combined name. I smiled as he recognized it. It's beautiful. John Taekook loudly and proudly announced, walking toward me. I smiled at the baby in his hand. My elder one was dark brown eyes, just then like his father. I taste the name on my lips. Jungkook sat beside me, kissing the baby forehead. What will we name for the second one? I have not thought about the second name. I asked, Taehyung, if you like it though. He said instantly, looking at a little hesitant. Taehyung is a beautiful name. I smiled just. My smile faded away when I saw him not looking at me, and then it clicked to me when he looked, hesitate while telling me the name. I mean, you and Sana's child. I stopped as I didn't know what to ask. I felt weird. We had a daughter, he asked, and smiling, but there was a gloomy looking in his eyes. Had? I asked, confused. Hmm. Sana gave birth in her 7th month, and our daughter could not survive. A gasp left my mouth, and the eyes filled with tears. I left them for child, and they lost it. I I'm sorry. A tear left my eyes after knowing my cook lost his daughter and Sana lost his child, who she carried 7 months in her womb. I could not even imagine the pain she must be have gone through. I remember the only thought of something happened to my child. I feel like dying on the road. Now I realized why Sana was determined to save my babies. She had changed. I started. Hmm. Losing the child changed her entirely and for good, I think, he said, placing the twins in the cot. As they were sleeping, I held his hand and made him sit in front of me. As I sensed him, it would walk away from me. I wrapped my arms around his torso, pressing my face in his chest. I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for everything you have to go through because of me. I left you because the sake of you and your child. I didn't want to separate you from your child. It would kill me if it pulled me away and interrupted me in a little. You're doing the exact thing you're afraid of doing. You're going to separate me from my children, he said with anger and pain in his eyes. I can understand what you did and why you did, but When you go to know about your pregnancy, you have to inform me. I deserve to know. Didn't I? They tried to hold his hand, but he moved away his hand. You made me miss your pregnancy phase. You made me miss the excitement I should have felt for 9 months. You made me miss all the care and love I should be showered you. You made me miss seeing you carrying my children. A tear dropped from his eyes. You think of yourself so high that you suffer alone and try to make everything and everyone happy. But for your kind information, you didn't make anyone happy with your decision. Not me, not you, neither Sana. We all are connected there. Your absence and worried me and distanced my from everyone. He turned around, showing his back toward me. I'm sorry. Cook, please forgive me. Don't get mad at me at this. But he didn't turn around. I felt hurting seeing him like this. Just before I could say anything else, the door opened. Brother-in-law, are you okay? Why didn't you inform me about your pain? We talked yesterday night, and you said you were okay and will inform us when we'll see any kind of pain. Then didn't you inform us? We were worried sick when Jimin called you, and you are not picking up your phone since the morning. Jungle called me and told me that you gave birth to the twins. He finished as he started. Oh my god, the twins are exact copy of Jungkook, Jimin excited, making Yoongi and his mother attend toward him as they both were glaring at me. Hulkuma, he picked up one twin while Yoongi Hyung picked the other. They're beautiful, even with Jungkook face. I can't believe it, he explained, and I saw Jungkook. They are beautiful because they look after their father, Jungkook said proudly. They are their children. That's why they are beautiful. He caught at the baby in his hand and kissed the baby in Jimin's hand. They are my copy. That's why they are beautiful. Does it mean you didn't find my brother-in-law beautiful? That's why you are getting all the credit for your beautiful children. He asserted with fake innocence in his voice, making Jungkook panic. He looked at me with winded eyes and shook his head as I was a glare at him, which he didn't understand. I never said that. Don't dare to put such thought in my wife's mind. You, he's the most beautiful boy I have ever seen, he said and shook Yoongi Hyun, glaring at who was married in return. Oh, did you hear today? Jimin's voice teased, made me blush red. I was looking away, and the light smile on my face. Sana. Yes, soon. Sana entered the house. Miss John appeared in front of her. She made a face as she didn't want to face anyone and wanted to have a long and peaceful sleep after the tiring journey. Child, you have come. Where is Jungkook? He didn't inform me before leaving yesterday morning. Did you know where is he? She asked worried for her son, who didn't come back. And the last night, he is in Daegu with Taehyung. Sana stopped and clubbed the sorrow before completing and gave birth to the twins. With that, she walked toward her room. Upon entering the room, she slumped on the bed and closed her eyes as her body gave up and wanted to sleep, much needed sleep.